What do you want, a photo? Stop eyeballing me and sling your hook.
What?
You heard me. Now, this is family business. Nothing to do with you, whoever you are.
Whoever I am. Vicky didn't tell you.
Look, I haven't got time for all this, so do yourself a favour and have it on your toes. All right?
Yeah. You?
Yeah.
Know who I am yet?
Yeah. Sharon told me.
What'd she tell you?
Just your name.
It's not much of a telling, is it? It's more a mention in passing.
She had to go.
She all right?
Not really. Would you be?
No.
So where did you come from?
Where'd you want a diagram?
Who's your mum?
Paula.
Paula?
I thought you said Sharon told you my name.
It's just the first bit.
That's even less of a telling, isn't it? That really is a mention in passing. Rickman.
Right.
Your mate's daughter?
Yep. My mate's daughter.
Could do with a drink, probably. Make all this easier.
Take more than drink to make this lot easier.
It's all right, mate. I ain't expecting you to start taking me down the football or nothing.
I didn't mean that, so don't get leery. Yeah, all right. I'll have a drink. No, I don't, thanks. How old are you?
You really don't know nothing about me, do you? 29.
When's your birthday?
August 28th. You don't much remember my mother, do you?
Of course I do.
Didn't recognise her name.
Not on its own, no.
Been a lot of Paulas, have there?
It was a long time ago, but of course, yeah, I do remember her.
What was she like then?
Blonde girl.
Hang on a minute. She looked blonde to you.
Will you give me a straight answer to a straight question?
Yeah?
You remember every girl you had?
No?
You remember the names, their faces?
No.
You hang around long enough afterwards to find out if they were pregnant?
No.
15, 20, 30 years from now, you're going to be standing where I'm standing. And you're going to be making as much of a pig's ear of it as I am right now.
No, I won't.
If you're anything like me, you will.
I don't know what you're like yet, do I?
Well, I don't know what you're like yet. Look, I know this is making you unhappy, but faces go. Especially when you don't think you've got cause to remember. Look, a lot's happened between then and now.
Yeah, my mum had your kid. She regretted not getting rid, though. Or so she told me often enough.
Well, she's not going to rock up and all, is she?
She's dead.
Sorry.
Why?
Sort of thing you say?
Don't be. I ain't. So you didn't know about me?
Never heard about you until just now.
I've been hearing about you all my life. She was always banging on about you. Lashed or sober, you were the #1 subject in our house. Must have meant more to her than it did to you. Serves her right for getting starry-eyed.
Well, she was very young.
Yes, she was.
But you got your gran and granddad.
What, your mates? They didn't want to have anything to do with it. Kicked her out.
So she brought you up on her own.
Well, she didn't bring me up with anyone else. I didn't live with her much. Kids home, care, you know.
That must have been difficult.
Whatever. It's all in the past, isn't it? All done and dusted. I used to think about you all the time when I was a kid. All the time. See some tall bloke in a flash car, any bloke giving it large, and I'd think, that's my dad. Used to think any minute now, he'll come and get me. Take me home with him. But then I stopped being 10 or whatever. Wised up a bit.
I wouldn't have been any good for you. Even if I'd known about you, I wouldn't have been any good for you.
You don't know that?
Oh, I do. Believe me. I do.
Are you sure you didn't know about me? I mean, it's just that she always said you did, and it was because of me. Me being like I am, that you weren't around.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it sounds as if your mum might have had a few problems.
Yeah, me.
I really didn't know.
So my mother, what was she to you then? Apart from being your mate's daughter?
She was a very pretty girl.
Much good it did her? What, that it?
Look, I was a young bloke full of it. It was about having a laugh in those days. Getting your leg over, closing the door when you left. Don't look back. Move on to the next one. What happened afterwards was usually the girl's business, or that's what you told yourself. I never thought about the consequences. You know, your mum.
Well, at least you're straight about it.
There's no point in dressing up any other way than it is. No point in me trying to make out I'm anything other than I am, or what I used to be. Didn't exactly do my thinking with my brains back then.
Well, I've more or less done the same myself. In the past. You want that drink or what?
How long you been here? You know, back here, I mean.
Not long. Couple of months. 4.
Getting on all right with my girls?
You'll have to ask them now.
No, I'm asking you.
I'm doing all right. Getting used to it.
Having sisters.
Yeah.
Sharon always wanted a brother.
Well, she could have had one, couldn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, she could. Still, it's nice to know that someone's keeping a friendly eye on them.
I do my best.
Well, that's all you can do, isn't it?
Sharon gave it me. Do you want it back?
Nah. It's not mine anymore.
Not mine either. You can have it if you want it.
That's right. Leave it where it is. So how'd the girls hook up with you?
They turned up when I was burying my mother. Nearly fell in the grave with her. Then they wrote to me in Lakeland. Wasn't much used to getting letters.
Lakeland Prison.
That's right.
What was it for?
GBH.
Scrapper, eh? Bit of a temper.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep it reined in, though. Keep it under control.
Doesn't look like been having much luck lately.
There was an incident.
Yeah, they happen, don't they? Incidents.
The scrapping thing, though. I am trying to keep a lid on it, you know, for the girls.
Oh, good for you. Very admirable. Well done.
Bit of a shock for you, this?
Somewhat, yeah.
Vicky should have told you about me.
Yeah, she should have done. She really should have done.
Save all this. Could have both been better prepared.
Yep.
It was me that found out about you. Me that tracked you down, no matter what Vicky told you.
That must have taken some doing.
Had to call in some right favours. I even came out there to Spain. All fired up. Found your place, I was going to knock on the door.
So what stopped you?
Bottled it at the last minute. Turned around, came back. I couldn't think of how to start the conversation. Wish I'd kept my nerves, eh? Could have saved everyone a lot of trouble.
So you're the one that found out?
Well, you hear things, don't you? When you move in certain circles.
And what circles do you move in?
I used to work for Jack Dalton.
Oh. That is a circle and a half. And what did you do for him?
This and that.
And what does that mean?
Do you know what it means?
Why don't you tell me what it means for you?
Nothing big. Minor league, tame nutter. He'd snap his fingers, I'd do some damage. The time I got my sentence.
Did he know you were? Did he know that you were my...
No. He knew I didn't have an old man. He liked playing father figure. Took me under his wing.
It must have been fun under there.
Hey, you're right. It weren't much fun. I used to think that made me the right dogs. Learned my lesson since.
You wouldn't have lasted long if he'd have known.
Suppose not. You did eventually. I made sure he knew. But by then, he weren't really in a position to do anything about it.
So all this stuff about me came out after he died?
No, before. Just before.
He told you?
Yeah. Thought he was winding me up. But then I dug around after and it was true. Gave me a right head rush finding that one out. I didn't know what to do with myself for a while.
I can't see him admitting to anything like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was just saying it. Trying to get off the hook. Trying to buy himself some time. People will say anything, won't they? When they've got...
When they've got what?
When they've got a gun pointed at their head.
You kill him?
Yeah, I did. I'm not proud of it. And I don't want any status for it, no kudos. But yeah, I did it.
You're in a different league. So when did this incident happen? Were you paid for it?
No, he sent someone to off me.
Why?
I got on his nerves. You know Jack. He never needed much of an excuse. He likes an execution. And you know what? There was a time when it really wouldn't have bothered me. I'd have been glad of it. Just stood there and let him do it. But not anymore.
Was this when you were living round here with the girls?
Yeah. He sent this bloke. Phil Mitchell.
I'm not interested in names. I'm not even interested in details. Is this common knowledge?
The police gave me a pull over it. Same as they gave a lot of others a pull. But they haven't got anything.
I'm not talking about the police. I'm talking about them.
Well, it is now. Mitchell grasped me up. We could have kept it between ourselves, but he got lent on and couldn't keep his little mouth shut.
But you're not going to be sitting there in a couple of years' time, boy. You're going to be buried in concrete or dumped in a forest somewhere.
No, it's all right. Nothing's going to happen.
What do you mean nothing's going to happen? Something always happens.
If it was going to, it would have happened by now. I've had my visit. They're not bothered.
You expect me to believe that?
It was Jack Dalton. It's not like anyone's going to be lighting candles for his soul. The way they...
Oh, here we go. What you gonna do now? Kill me too?
One more won't make any difference, will it?
Well, come on then, boy.
You ain't all that.
Try me.
Dad? Dad, is that you?
What are you doing?
Look, Dennis.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Dennis, it
Zoe,
wasn't...
will you go upstairs?
But can you...
Please.
We were just talking.
I saw you.
All right. So I was playing.
Playing? You really have lost it, haven't you? And I'm not just talking about your wife. Oh, you want to know, do you? Well, come on then. Show me what you got. Oh, what's the matter? I thought you wanted to get back in the game.
I'm well out of your league.
Yeah, you're right. All those hours I spent trying to be like you? I shouldn't have bothered because I left you behind a long time ago. You're a relic. So past it, in fact, you're losing your grip. Can't get a grip on your wife, can't even get a grip on yourself. And that respect you once had, the love of your family, it's gone. Oh, you knew what you were doing. And it had to be my girlfriend. Because that puts you right back in control, doesn't it? Makes you feel powerful, like a man again.
I'm more of a man than you'll ever be.
And you had to prove it. Only me and Andy, we're too much for you. So you had to take the easy option. You tapped into Zoe.
I didn't.
I saw you! Look at you. Scrambling around for a bit of respect. Only you ain't gonna find it because it ain't there. Nobody cares anymore. Then what's the King of Wolford? It's a myth. You're just an old man all alone. You're nothing and you know it. Long live the king. King is dead. That the only answer you got? You disgust me.
If you'd have been a bit more of a boyfriend to Zoe, she wouldn't have had to shop around.
You're lecturing me. You got some nerve.
Oh, no more than you. Would you never lie to Zoe? Have you forgotten about Sharon?
I never forget about Sharon.
Well, I suppose it doesn't count when you keep it in the family. Look, what happened, happened. It was wrong, I admit that. And you can hate me as much as you like. Zoe too, for all I care, but don't take it out on the kid. It's your kid Zoe's carrying.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, moronic, I know. Do you want the kid to grow up never knowing his father?
Don't push it.
Oh, think about it.
How long?
What?
How long you and her been...
Does it matter?
I mean, you tried it once. What's the matter? Can't take no for an answer? Sad, really.
Is it?
You just can't help yourself.
Not when it's offered you on a plate. I mean, she came on to me.
I don't believe you.
Well, ask her. And while you're at it, ask yourself how much like me you are.
Sorry, I'm not playing.
Well, it's not a trick question.
You've come here to guilt me into staying with Zoe. Why?
Because you're going to chuck everything away. Walk out because dealing with this mess is a bit too much like hard work.
Is that right?
Oh, look, you can blame Zoe. You can blame me and leave us in the stew. All getting a bit too much for you, is it?
You slept with my girlfriend!
And you're going to walk away?
Well, you should know.
Yeah, I should. I've done it before. I did it to your mum.
Stop trying to make out I am anything like you.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I mean, I've known it all along. And all this time, and you still don't know it. You think that Sharon liked you for you. She looked at you and all she saw was me. Just because you like me doesn't mean to say you have to make the same mistakes. I mean, look what I did to Angie. She drank herself stupid. Sharon didn't see me for half her life, and I never gave you a second thought. But I don't believe in regrets because they get you nowhere. Look, there's nothing that you've done here that can't be changed. And I know what you're thinking. But if you run away, you'll be exactly the same as me. And that kid will learn to hate you as much as you hate me. So, it's up to you. Go. Don't go. It's your choice. On this road.
Get off
Hands
me!
off her! What's going on?
She was worried about you. I'm just trying to help.
Something, Dennis.
Don't do something you're going to regret. What's happening?
You told me to stand by my decisions, right? Or was someone else to blame? Not this time.
I'm warning you.
I'm doing this because I love you, Dennis.
Zoe.
I'm not pregnant. Never was.
Running away. So the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree, does it?
How do you sleep at night?
Like a baby. Oh, you're gonna hit me? Or did you just save that for the girls?
You have destroyed everyone you ever cared about.